Hello, my wrist-free warriors. In this dynamic, powerful Vinyasa flow practice, we don't put any weight in the hands or wrists at all. It's really strong in the legs. We tone and strengthen the thighs, the glutes, the butt. There's lots of core work involved, and we're going to keep it playful and lighthearted. There's loads of options depending on what level you're at, but it's a challenging sequence based on lots of strength. There's options if you're more flexible, but loads of modifications if you're not. If that sounds good, let's begin and have some fun. So we are going to start standing at the front of the mat. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Spread your toes if you can, and then check that you feel balanced on the feet. Not too far backwards, not too far forwards. Nice and even, standing tall and allowing your arms to rest beside your body. If it feels good, you could close your eyes for a moment as we begin our practice. Taking 3 slow, deep breaths through your nose. Each time you exhale, imagine letting go of any tension or stress. Each time you inhale, imagine gathering energy, vibrancy, courage. Exhaling stress. And so we begin. When you're ready, gently lift your arms up, breathing in. Then bend your knees and fold slowly forwards. Bend your knees as much as you need to till the fingertips come to the floor. Bend your knees again and slowly rise back up, breathing in, hands coming up. Breathing out, folding back down. Just warming up the knees and the legs a little bit. Coming up. Last time coming down. This time as you lift up, arms stay up by your ears. Bend your knees, send your hips back a little bit into chair pose. It could be a baby chair to begin with. And then coming back up, lengthen. And then once again, sit your hips back, long spine. You could inhale as we lift up. Exhale, sit back. Find a little bit of opening strength. One more time. Then from here, as you lift up, once again, folding forwards. You can join the palms this time if that feels good. And then we're going to lift up halfway, long spine, long legs, left foot steps back, back knee comes down. Here we go, inhale, arms lifting. And then you circle the wrists out a little bit if that feels good for them. If it doesn't feel good, just keep the arms steady. But let's get a little bit of silly movement into the shoulders, the ribs, what I call octopus arms, moving like an octopus. Just freeing up and keeping things light-hearted as we begin. When you're ready now though, inhale, lift the arms, reach the fingers. Follow me. Exhale, fold forwards, arms reach back. 2 more, breathing in. Breathing out like the wings of a dragon coming behind you. 1 more time. Dragon wings coming back. This time as you lift your arms up, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, high lunge. Reach your arms forwards and carefully stand forwards, bring the knee up into the chest and slowly navigate the foot back, lower the back knee down, kiss the earth. That's number 3, we've got 2 more. Slowly navigate back down, knee touches down, 2. And this is the last one, step back, knee comes down. From here, lift up high lunge, arms by your ears, step forwards, feet as wide as your hips, take a pause. Chair pose, hips down. Inhale, lift up. 2 more. We're getting the legs working, getting some heat, kick-starting our practice. This time as you reach up, join the palms. Exhale, fold gently down. Lift your head, lengthen your spine. Right foot steps back daintily, knee comes down, or not, arms up. You could be still if that feels better. If you don't mind feeling a bit mad, octopus arms, moving them round. If you're working with an injury, just moving in a way which feels mindful, and measured. Then breathe in, arms lifting, fingers reaching. As you exhale, fold forwards, arms back. 2 more, breathing in. Calm, slow exhale, breathing out. And again. This time, arms up, back toes tuck, lift up through the back knee. Take a moment, find your balance. And then arms forward, step forwards, knee comes up as high as you can. Slowly step back, knee coming down for 3. And back up, wobble, wobble. And back down, 2. Last one. And 1. This time, arms up, back leg lengthens. And then stepping forwards once again, release the arms down. From here, we're going to take a big step out to the side of the mat with the left foot. Warrior 2. Front foot pointing forwards even, arms wide. Check you're not leaning forwards too much. Imagine you're being pulled back through that left hand. Legs are strong and active. You can look down your front arm somewhat ferociously. 2 more slow, deep breaths through your nose. Then following me, flip the palm, breathe in, reverse warrior. Now reach that right arm forwards like you're reaching for the sun. 2 more, breathing in, reverse. See if you can keep the legs really steady as you reach. Last one, reaching forwards. Then coming back into warrior 2. Once again, lift your back heel, high lunge. Big step forwards, knee comes up, wobble, wobble. And mountain pose. Inhale, arms lifting. Exhale, folding down, palms together. Inhale, lift up halfway. Left foot steps back, back knee down. Inhale, arms rising. Dragon wings, just once. Power up into your high lunge, strong back leg. Once again, dragon wings. This time, back knee is up. 1 more. Wobble. And then opening out from here, warrior 2 again, back heel down. Reversing. Reach both arms this time. Go strong, press through that front heel. 2 more, breathing in. Like you could reach for the sun. Last one. Reaching for the sun. This time find your high lunge. Big step forwards, knee comes up and in. Option to float the knee and point the foot. Option to hold the knee if that feels okay in your wrists. Bringing the knee in, standing tall. 3. Calm breath, 2. And 1. Release the foot down. Take a moment, take a breath. We're going to keep the heat going. Inhaling, right foot steps out into your warrior 2. Check your left foot is forwards. The legs are strong and active. Front knee bent. Check your arms are in one long line. Have a look. You can check it out. But then look fiercely down that front arm, like you mean it. Check you're pulling your shoulders down gently. Spreading your toes. 2 more breaths. And then flip that front palm. Inhale, reverse. Just reaching the left arm forwards, going long. 2 more, breathing in. Legs nice and steady. Like you could reach for light, for courage, for strength. And then as you come back, find that high lunge position. Knee comes up into the chest, test your balance. And then step back, mountain pose. Inhale, arms lifting. Exhale, folding gently down. Inhale, lift your torso. And then step the right foot back, back knee down. Arms rising, crescent lunge. Dragon wings. This time tuck your back toes, prepare to power up, lifting. And dragon wings again. I just shortened my stance, it feels better for me. You can make these little adjustments as you go along. See what feels good to you. This time warrior 2, opening out. Take a moment, take a pause. And then inhale, reversing. Both arms reach forwards. As you reach forwards, push through that front heel, strong front hip. Last one. And then find your high lunge. When you're ready, step forwards, option to catch the knee and bring it in, or to float and hold. Shoulders relaxing elegantly down your back. Maybe. 2 more. Release the foot down, take a moment. 3 deep breaths here before we continue. I like to turn my palms forwards to help my chest feel open. Personal preference. Breathing in energy, strength, courage. Breathing out self-doubt or self-criticism. Let it go as you exhale. 1 more. We're going to build on that same sequence now. Inhale, arms lift, palms join. Exhale, bowing to the earth. Lifting up, lengthen your spine, lengthen your legs. Left foot steps back, back knee comes down. Inhale, arms up, crescent lunge. Option 1, keep the arms up by the ears. Option 2, if it feels okay, palms together, prayer behind the neck. Either way, lift up through your elbows. And very slowly, we're going to lower the hips forwards and down just a little bit. And then slowly come back out. 2 more. Kind of reverse parking back out of the lunge. Not that I can drive. I can't, honestly. It's shameful. Last one. I think that was 4. And then let's release. Arms come forward, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the floor. Inhale, arms rising to the heavens like swords. Exhale, dragon wings. Getting stronger now. Breathe in. You've got this. Exhale. 1 more. Keep that front knee steady. Warrior 2, opening out. Take a moment, take a pause, then begin to straighten your front leg. As we enter triangle pose, it's helpful to inhale and reach forwards. Then exhale, float the hand or rest it lightly. Could be up here on the thigh, could be the shin. Some of you maybe even hand on the foot, hip moving backwards. That feeling of expansion. Take a little look at your front knee. If you're locking it really easily, it's collapsing. I've got a special thing for you. You're going to squeeze your thighs and lift your kneecap. So you're going to strengthen that knee if it's very bendy. 1 more deep breath. And then from here, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, elbow rests on the top of your knee. Take a moment. Stack the elbow, the knee and the shoulder. Option 1, breathe here. Left forearm behind the back. Option 2, slide the shoulder inside the knee and reach the hands through. Maybe you're here. Eventually you might even catch the fingers if it feels okay in your arms. You can't see, but I'm holding my fingertips behind me, turning my chest, keeping my legs strong. Side angle pose, 2 more deep breaths, whichever option you're in. And then start to release warrior 2. From here, half moon, hands free. Some of you know this one. Lean forwards, back leg begins to lift. Option 1, keep it here, floating the foot low. Option 2, leg parallel, fingertips just above the ground. We're going to hold here for a little while. Holding for 10. 9, yep, I do mean it. 8, 7, I'm looking at the floor to help me balance. 6, 5, standing knee can be bent. 4, stay with it, I know it's strong. 3, 2, 1, step back, warrior 2. Listen up, high lunge. Arms behind your back, dragon wings. Lean forwards, back leg lifts, warrior 3. Keep that front leg cooking. If you fall out like me, no problem. Get straight back in. Falling out isn't an issue. Staying out is. Get back in the pose. 3, 2, 1. Mountain pose. Shake out that wonderful sensation in your right leg. Take a breath. Exhale with me now. Second side. Inhale, arms lifting. Exhale, folding deeply. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Right foot comes back, back knee down. Sweep your arms, fingers reach up. Option to breathe here or to take prayer behind the neck. Either way, hips lowering down slowly. You don't have to go all the way down because we're going to come back anyway. Let's do a couple more. As I do this, I'm trying to keep my lower back long by lifting up through the front of my hips, which actually gives me a deeper stretch anyway. And then from here, tuck the back toes, lift up, high lunge. Here we go, dragon wings. Arms strong and powerful. 2 more. Channel your inner queen of dragons or mother of dragons. Reaching up, warrior 2, opening out. Get ready to straighten your front leg for triangle. If the leg doesn't straighten fully, don't worry. It can still be a little bit bent. But you are going to inhale forwards and you will exhale a hand down somewhere onto the thigh. Expand. Imagine you're a star shining bright, opening out. If the hand can come lower, go for it. But think about lengthening the left side of your waist if you do go further down. Slow, deep breaths. Keep it calm. Well, maybe not slow, but calm. And then from here, warrior 2. Guess what's coming? It's the big old half moon. When you're ready, gliding in. Dig deep, folks. You've got this option to breathe here or floating down a little lower, holding 10, 9, push through that top heel, 8, 7, 6, you can do it, 5, 4, stay with the intensity, build your strength, 3, 2, 1, step back, warrior 2, just in the nick of time. And then from here, high lunge, arms back, warrior 3. Keep the front leg cooking. I like to point my back foot in a warrior 3. It helps me engage my quads and straighten the leg. You're looking to make a long line from your foot to your head. Final breath. And stepping forwards. And shake it out. From here, take a big step to the side of your mat. Turn the toes in slightly. We're going to take the hands and rest them on the hips or the legs, wherever feels good to you. Breathe in, lift your chest. Folding forwards, you can bend the knees a little bit if that feels good. But keeping the spine nice and long. Once you're down in the fold, pull your shoulders back away from your ears gently to strengthen your back muscles a little bit. If you love the little details, imagine you're stretching the mat apart between your feet and lifting your kneecaps, engaging your quads. 2 more deep breaths. And your next inhale, begin to lift up halfway. Exhale, come all the way up to stand. From here, turn your heels in. Guess where we're going? Down, bend the knees, send them out. Take a look at your knees. Usually they try and collapse in. Could you send them out to the sides like a ballet dancer? Slightly tuck your tailbone. Keep your spine vertical. Reach your hands forwards. Calm, deep breaths. Option to sit a little bit lower. Option to lift your heels. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return the heels, hands to the hips. Turn the toes in again. Once again, fold forwards. This time very lightly, bring your right fingertips onto the floor or onto a brick, very lightly. Turn and twist the spine. Take that left arm behind your back now and rotate. If this feels pretty good and you've got some space, that right hand now reaches for the left ankle as you fold and turn into the deep twist. Take one more deep breath on this side, which can only mean we're going straight to the second side. Change the hands. Again, think about taking your chest forwards, lengthening your spine, and then gently turning. Maybe you're here or on a brick, or maybe your hand is catching the ankle. Again, you can bend your knees if you need to. Make the practice work for you, right? 2 deep breaths. And then from here, slowly release. Step to the front of your mat. Right foot steps back into warrior 2. Left elbow just above the knee. Take a pause here. Right arm behind your back. Now option 1, breathing here, pressing gently through the elbow. Option 2, shoulder inside the knee and reaching the arm through. And eventually you might find the fingers. If you do, you can catch the fingers lightly, but turn the chest, roll up top, shoulder back. 3, 2, and 1. Begin to release, step forwards, mountain pose. We're going to build more heat, folks. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, folding all the way down. Lift your chest, this time bend your knees, take your arms forwards, lowering down into a squat. From your squat, you could either use your hands behind you or you could say a prayer with me, risk it all, and see if you can sit back onto the floor. From here, gently hold behind your knees if it feels okay to do so. Otherwise, arms forwards, feet lift, knees lift, boat pose. Squeeze the knees together. Admire your glowing, glossy shins if you're with me and you're building perspiration. If you want to make this stronger, the arms release, the knees stay together. 3, 2, 1. Lie down, bring the knees in. Listen closely, we've got some core work. Gently cradle your head, curl your chest and elbows up. Straighten your right leg out. Bring your right elbow to the left knee. We're going to bicycle here, going for 20. Let's cross over. 1, nice and slow. 2, tap the elbow to knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretend you're enjoying it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Really twist. 14, really straighten the leg. 15, 16, nearly there. 17, come on. 18, 19, 20, lie down, stretch out, take a big breath in. Exhaling, walk your feet in. Allow your arms to rest beside your waist. Feet hip distance apart, toes spread. From here, tuck your tailbone under. And as you tuck your tailbone under, lift your hips and squeeze your glutes. If you're not sure, give them a poke. If it feels very soft and beautiful, I would like you to tuck under and engage your butt muscles. You should feel something happening in your butt. Slowly lower down. We're going to lift up for 5. Inhale down. Exhale up for 4. And down. 3. Down. Keep pressing the heels down. 2. And 1. Option to continue on both feet or option to bring the left knee up, going single leg now. 5 more. If you're with me, lift up. 5. Press through the big toe. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Switch sides. If you're on both feet, keep going. 5. 4, tuck under with your tailbone. 3, 2, and 1. From here, release. We're going to rock up. Now, we're going to find our way round to the hands and the knees. We're going to take this very mindfully if you're working with a wrist injury. Find your way round. We're going to come onto the forearms. I've got a couple of options here for you. 3 options. Option 1, rest on the forearms. Take the palms flat if it's comfortable, or link the fingers otherwise. You're going to press through the elbows and gently pull your shoulders back away from your ears. Option 1, working here, building a bit of strength in the shoulders and the forearms. Option 2, you'll straighten the legs into a forearm plank. Option 3, you're going to come into a side plank on the right arm. I'm going to do this version with you. We're going to be here for a minute and get ready to hold wherever you are. Press down through the elbow or the elbows. Lift the hips. Keep the breath calm, whichever version you're in. And yes, I do have a timer that I can see behind the camera, so it's going to be a true minute. If you're in the side plank, think about tucking the tailbone under, lifting up through the hips into the side of the waist. If you're on both arms, press down to the elbows. Keep it strong. We've got another 25 seconds. If you're in the side plank and you want to make it really hard, you could look up to that top hand, look at the thumbnail. Last 15 seconds. Lift the hips, keep the core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a child's pose. Allow your palms to reach forwards. Big breaths out. Heroic effort. Just 2 more breaths. And then we're coming in once again. Again, if you're on both elbows, repeat. If you're in the side plank, left elbow down, stack the feet, and up we come. 1 minute hold wherever you are. If you're on the knees, great. Don't collapse, still work. Still push the elbows down. Still feel your upper back strong. If you're in the side plank, think about rolling your knees together. Rather than bending your back like this, tuck the tailbone under, keep everything stacked. Calm breaths. Think of something pretty and beautiful, like a butterfly, light, floaty, easy. Calm breaths. I can't see my clock, but we've got another 20 seconds. I didn't think it through. You've got this. Dig deep, lift high, find your edge, build strength at the edge where it's uncomfortable. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Child's pose. Big exhale. You made it. You are stronger than you think you are. Breathe deep. When you're ready, slowly come to a kneeling position. We're going to simply step forwards to the front of the mat. Mountain pose. From here, reach your arms forwards. Give yourself a big hug with the left arm on top, so wrap the arms over. Option 1, you can stay with the elbows like this. Option 2, you could take eagle. In eagle, you bring the backs of the hands towards each other. Again, only if it feels okay. At first, you'll catch the thumb. Over time, you'll bring the fingers into the palm, and you kind of make a shark's fin. Just be kind with your wrists and your shoulders. Either eagle here or here. Think about lifting your elbows up, standing tall. And now keeping your arms however they are. Step back, left foot, high lunge. From here, begin to lean forwards. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, warrior 3 with the arms in whichever bind you have. 5, 4. It's going to be tough this bit. Dig deep. 3. Trust in your strength. 2, 1, begin to release the arms. Arms come back, warrior 3, 5, 4, feel the back of your neck lengthening. 3, shoulders back. 2, stay in the balance. 1, half moon, revolve in space, float the hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, step back, warrior 2, you made it, reverse. And then from here, straighten the front leg. Once again, triangle, reach forwards, breathing in. Exhale, hand down. This time, take your top arm behind your lower back. Roll the shoulder back as you turn the chest to look towards the ceiling. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, bend your front knee and once again bind the hands behind the leg into side angle pose. If you're binding comfortably, start to straighten the front leg in the bind, revolved bound triangle. 3 more deep breaths. For those of you who like flexibility, 2, 1, begin to release, warrior 2, high lunge. And slowly, big step forwards, left knee comes up and in. Option 1, hold here. Option 2, straighten the leg, point the foot. 5, 4, pull your abs in. 3, 2, 1, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding down. Lift your chest, sink your hips. And again, say a prayer. We're going back, coming all the way to sit. Once again, boat pose. You can hold behind the knees if you're new to this, if it's really tough. You could take the arms forwards, or this time, the legs straighten for 5. Boat pose is a killer. 4, but it gets easier over time. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees in, lie back. This time, bicycles. 1 more round, I'm afraid. Fingers to the sides of the head. Curl up, starting with the left elbow against the right knee for a little bit of distraction. And we're going to 20. 1, 2, really straighten. 3, 4, really twist. 5, 6, aim for the outside of the knee. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, imagine it feels great. 15, it does really. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, heroic effort. Stretch out. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's keep it going. Rock up. Find your way round, whatever works for you. Once again, coming onto the forearms. This time, fingers link, elbows below shoulders. Option 1, press into the elbows and the palms. Option 2, dolphin pose. That's where we tuck the toes and lift the hips. In my dolphin, I'm thinking about sending my weight back towards my feet, stretching and strengthening my shoulders. See if your neck could release. Your knees can be bent if that helps you lift your hips. 3, 2, 1, lower down. Give yourself a little time to slowly come up to stand. We'll take a few breaths to rest before the second side. And close your eyes if it feels good. Notice what you can feel. Heat, heartbeat. Knowing that you're alive, and as difficult as life can be, life is precious. From here, when you're ready, inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Lift your chest. Step the right foot back, back knee down, arms lifting. And then reach the arms forwards, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We're going to take eagle from here. This time, the right arm is coming on top for a big hug. Maybe you bind the hands. Maybe you don't. I won't this time. Hold the sides of the shoulders, lift the elbows up, and then get ready for warrior three. Lean forwards. Option to float the back leg. Keep it strong, keep it straight. 5. Drop your right hip a little bit. 4. 3. 2. 1. Release the arms back. Regular warrior three. 5. 4. 3. Strong, strong, strong. Think long. 2. 1. Half moon. Revolve in space. Open out. 5. 4. 3. Stay with it. 2. It doesn't matter if you fell out. Come back in. 1. Step back. Warrior 2. Well done. Reverse. And triangle. Wrap that top arm behind your back. Take a moment to roll the shoulder back behind your ear. You could breathe here, or you could start to bend the front knee and find the bind. Maybe you don't quite catch, you could stay here like this. Maybe you gently get the fingers, gently. If that's easy, front leg straightens, turning the chest, looking to the sky. 4 more deep breaths. Even if your breath is short, invite a sense of calmness to the breath, even if it's a bit faster. One more. Then from here, start to release. Warrior 2. High lunge. Big step forwards, knee comes up. Option 1, breathing here. Option 2, straighten the legs. Point the foot. 5. 4. Ribs in. 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Last time, lift your heels, bend your knees, sit back, and slowly lower down. From here, we're going to slide the legs long this time. Use your fingertips gently behind you and see if you might sit tall in the spine. If this is tough in your hamstrings, you can bend the knees a little bit, but really lift up. If you have the space, you can straighten the legs. You could catch the shins, the ankles, or even the feet, eventually folding forwards. And don't get too worried about getting low. Think more about getting long. Think about taking your chest towards your toes, like your heart wants to have a meeting with your big toes. It's reaching forwards. Calm the breath. And then from here, slowly come back up, our final boat pose. Few options here. Again, you could hold behind the knees. If you've got a little bit of space, you could catch hold gently of the calves or the ankles, maybe even straightening the legs. If you're very flexible, eventually you can hold the feet together, balancing really tall, wherever you are, holding for 5. Shoulders down for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the soles of your feet together here. Take hold of the shins, the ankles, and allow yourself to fold forwards, keeping the spine quite long. But let's start to cool things down and keep things feeling a little bit more relaxed. The hard part is over. Nice deep stretching now. If it feels good, you could even let your head hang if that feels nice. I'm letting my back round a little bit. That feels good in my body. And then from here, as I slowly come up, I'm going to take my legs straight out in front of me and then slowly lie down. Walk your feet in. Let's take a really nice hip stretch here. Cross your right ankle just above your left knee. Option 1, you can work here. Maybe even using your hand to press the knee away gently. Option 2, hold behind that left thigh gently. If you've got lots of space, you could even hold behind the knee or the shin like this. Now, if you've got quite flexible hips and you want a really deep hip stretch, and you've got lots of space, final option, very gently bring the knee into the right elbow crease, and then eventually the foot comes into the wrist of the left wrist. Maybe even the foot comes into the elbow crease of the left elbow, at which point you can link the fingers around the shin. If I roll to the side, I'll show you. There you go. Otherwise, you'll be here. If you're in this bind, check your knee feels happy. If it doesn't, ease out of it a little bit. If you're in this tricky bind, the left foot can come to the floor as you bring the shin towards your chest. And if you're very flexible and this feels comfortable, eventually the left leg slides down the mat as well, and you're in pigeon pose on your back. I'm going to be here though for the next few breaths. Letting my head relax. When you feel ready, let's release an ankle over the other knee. This position really helps not only to create flexibility in your hip, but really stretches out the deep muscles in your butt, your deep gluteal muscles. We've done a lot of work with the legs today, so let's take time to stretch everything out. Again, if you've got a lot of flexibility here, foot and the knee into the elbow, maybe binding, maybe the right foot comes down, maybe the leg straightens. As you watch your breath slow down and deepen, see if your jaw could relax or soften, give it a wiggle. And then let's come out, give the legs a little wiggle. And in fact, take your feet about as wide as your mat, and let's slowly swish the knees side to side. This movement, sometimes called windshield wipers, I asked for a group consensus of a better name, like a more nature-sounding name, and a wonderful person called Kerry suggested this could be called the rainbow legs or rainbow knees, which I quite like. So thanks, Kerry. And then from here, let's take a final twist before we rest. In a twist, I like to send my hips to the right, scoot them over an inch or two, and then option 1, bring both knees in and then over to the left. Or option 2, you could wrap the right thigh on top of the left thigh and then take the legs over, which is quite deep. Place your arms wherever feels good, where you can get a nice twist. Imagine your body gently sinking into the ground. Like you're sinking into soft, warm sand. Or if you don't like the idea of sand between your toes, sinking into a pile of warm laundry. And then when you're ready, let's gently unwind, recenter your hips, and then take them over, scoot them over to the left an inch or two. And again, maybe crossing the thighs, maybe keeping the knees together. Over we go to the left in your twist. And you can take the head wherever feels good. Some people like to turn it the other way to look down the left arm. Some prefer to keep it centered. Body sinking into warm sand or warm laundry. And then when you feel ready, coming back, recenter. And let's place ourselves with a little care and attention into Savasana, not just kind of flopping into it, but purposefully, mindfully stretching the legs out, placing them evenly. I like to gently draw my head back a little bit so my neck feels long and relaxed. And then some days hands on the ground feels good, some days hands on the body feels comforting. I feel like comfort today. See what you feel like. And then together, you and me, let's take a big breath in. And together out. Inhale a sense of peace and tranquility. Exhale the worries and the stresses of life. And we'll take a couple of minutes now to rest. I'll guide you through a gentle meditation. Bring your awareness to the back of your head, resting on the ground. And the sense of the earth beneath you, supporting you, almost holding you in her palms, the earth. As the back of your head is held gently, it allows the muscles of your face and your eyes to relax and to release. And this release slowly spreads down through your body towards your feet. The shoulders soften. The chest is open and softens. All the big muscles and small muscles of your back release a little bit and settle. Your belly settles. Your pelvis is held by the earth as it relaxes and releases. And that wave of release spreads down through your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, your feet, and all your precious toes. Reminding ourselves that this space of being a little calmer, a bit more settled, feeling an inner glow, That feeling is our birthright. You deserve to feel good. As hard as that is to believe sometimes, we all deserve to feel good. Let's take a deep breath in together. Big exhale through your mouth. And then wiggle those precious toes and fingers. Take a big old stretch out. Sometimes it's hard to move, right? But move we must eventually. Walk your feet in. I like to roll to one side just for a few breaths. And then coming up in a way which is kind on your body. We'll come to sit. Straighten myself up. If it feels good, you can rest your hands on your legs or join palms if that feels meaningful to you. Just for a moment, bowing to yourself, acknowledging you're strong. You have the birthright to feel calm, to feel spacious and peaceful, and to feel connected to yourself and to others. And may this practice help us cultivate all those things. Bowing to each other in kindness and in strength. We close here. So thanks so much for joining. Heroic effort for making it all the way through that practice. We're getting stronger every time together. If you have feedback, let me know. You know I love it. Please subscribe if you've not already subscribed. I'd love to be able to keep up to date with you with new videos and new flows. Let me know what you want next time. Until then, all my love, see you soon.